These are the findings of a National Weather Service team surveying storm damage about 6 miles southeast of Natchez at Natchez Parish.
An EF-1 tornado cut a path about 50 yards wide and 3/4 of a mile long, damaging some centuries-old trees, even while it had been on the floor for about 4 minutes.
The report released Sunday evening shows the tornado, with estimated winds of 90 miles per hour to 100 miles per hour, touched down at 9:14 p.m. Friday along Louisiana Highway 484 very close to the Jerry Jones house in Melrose's Isle Breville community.
The storm removed part of the metal roof off the 173-year-old French Creole cottage that also is known as the Jones-Roque house.
At another house in the area, a pickup parked in wet grass was pushed backward 10 feet and an SUV was flipped onto its roof. That house also lost some roof shingles.
The tornado traveled east-northeast, uprooting and snapping pecan trees, breaking off large branches and twisting off some treetops, the Weather Service reports. The tornado went on to snap a wooden electrical pole in half and snap and uproot more trees as it crossed Cane River. Residents later told storm surveyors that a couple of the trees that sustained significant damage along Cane River are more than 200 years old.
The tornado then crossed Louisiana Highway 119 and moved into a pecan orchard, where it broke more large branches, before lifting back into the clouds at 9:18 p.m.
The Natchez tornado is one of at least 2 spawned by storms Friday. A stronger EF-2 struck DeSoto and Red River parishes about 7:30 p.m. that day.
That one was on the ground for 31 minutes and traveled 10.26 miles, NWS surveyors said.
It caused minor tree damage when it touched down along Louisiana Highway 510 near the Wemple community in eastern DeSoto Parish. The tornado then crossed Bayou Pierre and uprooted and snapped numerous trees and a few utility poles near and along Louisiana Highway 177.
Support beams on a metal structure buckled, causing significant damage to it, as the tornado crossed LA 177.
The tornado continued its eastward trek paralleling U.S. Highway 371 and snapped numerous trees along the way.
Storm surveyors said the tornado was at its strongest and widest when it crossed U.S. Highway 84 near the Armistead community near Coshada in Red River Parish.
There, it destroyed a metal building and a few smaller metal structures and snapped numerous utility poles.
The tornado continued to parallel U.S. Highway 84, destroying several more metal outbuildings and the farm irrigation system and snapping more utility poles along the way. It caused more tree damage and snapped more utility poles along Riverfront Road before crossing Red River.
The tornado then moved more east-southeast and crossed Clark Street, where it lifted a large metal frame carport and barn at a home and caused more significant tree damage.
It then continued east and crossed Louisiana Highway 480 before causing more widespread tree damage along Postal, Springville and. The tornado then turned slightly northeast before lifting back into the clouds near U.S. Highway 71 at Bruce Street, where it snapped.